Ma'am, we are live, ma'am.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Distinguished speaker, faculty members, researchers, and my dear PG students. I am pleased to welcome you to the prestigious and relevant two-day webinar on nuances of research integrity organized by under the edges of RUSA. It's an initiative by our college to maintain and enhance academic and research excellence and reputation. Myself, Meeta Rakesh, on behalf of Management Principal, Internal Quality Assurance Cell, and Research Committee of Guru Nanak Khalsa College, would like to thank today's eminent speaker, Dr. Sumit Narula, and of course all the participants across the country for sparing their valuable time for this webinar. I especially thank Dr. Sumit Narula today, we have just come to know that he has had his second dose of Covishield, and still that commitment he kept it, and he is here with us today. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Also, I take this opportunity to express our heartfelt gratitude to our principal, Dr. Kiran Mangaonkar sir, for his invaluable support and encouragement. And a big thanks to our IQAC coordinator, Dr. Davinder Kaur Basin madam, for playing the role of a springboard. Yes, we all will agree that these days the online seminar or the webinar has been perhaps the most wide-reaching phenomena on the globe after the coronavirus. And it is evident from the overwhelming number of participants joining us for today's webinar. This webinar is streamed live on YouTube. Now, I take a great pride in informing all the participants that Guru Nanak Khalsa College is one of the oldest colleges in Mumbai. It was established in 1937 by Shiromani Gurudwara Parbandhak Committee Shri Amritsar, and Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar initiated the process of establishing this college. It was conferred with autonomous status by University Grand Commission in December 2018. Our college is committed to cultivate research and development culture and bring about an openness and transparency in research framework along with the regular teaching at UG and PG level. So this webinar is one such initiative to achieve the excellence in research, and hence today's talk is on impact of predatory journals on research and academics. It's a fact that the reputation of any institution depends upon the quality of research and education. And if we have to talk about research, the quality of research definitely depends on the number of publications in the peer-reviewed, reputed journals, their citations, and utility of patents. Most of us, we lack the clarity between the peer-reviewed journals and reputed journals. This is just one problem. The other problem is, as we know, the research publications carry substantial weight in the faculty selection, promotion, increments, and academic performance index as advised by the UGC. There are increasing number of university faculty and students who are falling prey to the dubious and the bogus publishers and journals. Especially in India, the explosion of fake journals has become a worrisome scam. Therefore, there is a need for a better clarity on what should be considered as good publication and what the broad criteria of good journal are. Today, the Deputy Dean Research at MIT University, Dr. Sumit Narula, is here with us to give that clarity and understanding of research ethics. It is our belief that his lecture will help to create a stimulating, engaging, and a focused environment for all the participants. I conclude here by wishing all the participants a great learning from a great personality, Dr. Sumit Narula. Thank you so much. Now I'd like to invite our leader, mentor, and guide, our principal, Dr. Kiran Mangaonkar sir, to address the participants. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Mita madam. And I take this opportunity to welcome you all, especially Dr. Sumit Narulaji from MP. Just you have mentioned that he has taken the second dose and still, but definitely, Sumitji, you are now out of corona danger.
My wife booked it, sir. She didn't know that I had a class, so I said we'll have both the things.
Oh.
And we go for Covishield also.
Yes. Okay. And of course, I welcome all my faculty members, my colleagues, all research scholars across the country who are attending this on this platform, as well as through the YouTube streaming is also there for this workshop. As Mita madam mentioned, this is a very important topic for the research scholars as well as the teachers, guides, because uh, this first session in this workshop, day one, is impact of predatory journals. And this is very, very important thing because UGC has now published a list of journals. Still, of course, they are updating the list. So this is very important that many times these people, they do a good quality research, but when it comes to selecting a journal, they may fall prey to such kind of bogus journals or predatory journal, especially uh, those who are not even the peer reviewed. And many journals, all of us, we are aware that they charge some page wise fees from the research scholars. So one has to be very careful, and hence this particular session on selecting a proper journal, looking at the impact factor, looking at the genuinity basically of the journal. uh, we will listen from Dr. Sumit Narula ji. He'll be talking to us from Madhya Pradesh. Uh, so this is very important advice he will be giving. And tomorrow in the second session, again an important topic uh, where Ganasundari ji madam will be addressing us, and that is regarding how to write the thesis, what precautions you allow to take, because especially science students, we see that many times they are very casual about even the grammatical part. And one has to be very careful because your journal, your thesis will be there in the university library, or now it is online published by the university, it is, which is mandatory now by UGC. So it will be there forever for other people will be referring to you, your juniors, those who will be doing the research further, will be referring to your thesis. So one has to be very careful even while writing the thesis. And then what are the different ways? I think tomorrow in session she will be talking to us about this. So once again, I welcome all of you, and I'm 100% sure that the research scholars will draw benefit out of the experts' advice today and tomorrow. So once again, I thank Sumit ji for accepting our invitation and be here with us. So I request, Madam, I wish all the best to this two-day workshop, and I request Mita Madam to
Yes.
proceed further. Thank you, thanks, and all the best.
Thank you
sir.
so much, sir, for thank you so much for highlighting the objectives of the webinar once again. And sir was talking about the next seminar, the next webinar, which is not on Sunday but on Monday. Yeah, and now I request my colleague and senior research committee member, Dr. Ravinder Kaur Chima, to introduce our speaker, today's speaker, Dr. Ravinder Kaur Chima. Over to you.
No, just give a short snippet because we are running out
Yes,
of time.
yes,
Yeah,
running
just
out
give
of
to.
time.
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
yes.
Okay, sure, sure. Good afternoon, Principal Sir. Good afternoon, Dr. Sumit ji. आया नु खालसा कॉलेज वेलकम करदा ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਤੇ and
बहुत
all
चंगा
the
लगा.
बहुत चंगा very nice. So it's my pleasure, sir, to introduce you to all the online viewers. Though you are very popular in this field of your specialization, but a few words I would like to say here. The very important things which are there to your credit. Uh, and as the sir and madam has just mentioned that in today's arena of research, it is highly recommended that we are aware about the predatory journals and all that you will be throwing light on. Presently, sir is the deputy dean research at the MIT University, Gwalior, Madhya Pradesh, and he's also the director of institution in MIT School of Communication in MIT University. He's a well-known researcher and editor in the field of media studies. He has 2 books on mass communication and has edited 7 books. Just to mention one very important book titled Environmental Awareness and the Role of Social Media with IGI Global Publication USA has recently been indexed in Clarivate Book Citation Analysis, which is a very important web of science. Sir has published several national international papers But I would like to specifically mention here his core area of research, the new media, convergence media, media research in print and electronic, and fake news detection, peace building and conflict resolution, etc. So, beautiful areas, sir has a specialization. Sir is the founder, editor in chief of Scopus and UGC care listed indexed journal, biannual journal named Journal of Content, Community and Communication. And he's there on many editorial boards of many reputed journals. Another important thing about Sir, which I wish to mention here, is that he has been invited by Google Singapore to conduct hands-on training on the debunking of the fake news and disinformation, which is very need of the hour, I can say. Sir has conducted several such workshops, which again is his forte: how to catch fake new research, how to look into the clone journals in academics, and he has developed a course with Taylor's University Malaysia on the same. So, Sir has also spoken about academic integrity at various platforms. Dr. Sumit is also the chairman of the recently established Center of Excellence for Detection of Fake News and Disinformation at the AIUM, Amity University. So it is our privilege to have you, sir, and looking forward for a very interactive and enlightening session, as this is a very important area for us, all researchers, and so on. So welcome, sir, once again, and over to you. The floor is all yours. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for this introduction. Thank you, Meeta, ma'am, for managing the whole show, because we are in touch from the last 1 month and there were some changes, and then many more things were there, technical
Yes.
things that we have to do. And thank you to the principal, sir, for giving me the honors to sit with you. The college has a big reputation, NAC A grade, 3.74 CGPA. So you are one of the best in the market. So it's good that you are also concerned about fake, predatory, and clone journals. Not much of the institutions are taking the pains. I'm very happy that it is there. So I will just start my presentation. I'll go to the first slide. My introduction is rightly being given,
Yes.
and then we'll go to the clone journal and then predatory. There are 7 slides which I will show you. After showing you 7 slides, I will go live hands-on training. So I would expect the questions in between only. We will not wait for the presentation to end. You please keep me asking the questions as and when there is a question. Do not wait and do not write in the chat box. Just ask me the question. I'll try to answer it there and then only. So let's discuss clone journal, then predatory, then fake impact factors. I will also clear your doubts on the fake impact factors, like which UGC also says are fake, the clone journals, the predatory journals, and your concerns about the open access journals, when to pay that money and when not to pay that money. So I'll clear all your doubts. I will show you H index, I10 index, whole lot of data. I have access to all the databases of Scopus, Web of Science, UGC Care, and ABDC journals. So I'll take you. This is going to be a very good journey of 2 hours. So starting with clone journals, let's define it. Clone journal web pages are a counterfeit mirror of an authentic journal that exploit the title and ISN of legitimate journals. In contrast to predatory journals, clone journals are more likely to accept papers from authors since they are mirror image of the reputable journal, including their domain name. Some of these counterfeit journals actively chase authors through a modified email that announces a fake call for papers in a current issue of that journal. So modified email means they will send you an email through Gmail or some personal email ID stating that there is a call for paper for the original journal, but at the end of the day, it's a fake mail and a fake journal. Authors may be duped by these solicitations into paying an open access publication fees, trusting that their work is about to be published in a reputable journal. You think that you are paying them money on the pretext of open access publication fees, but at the end of the day, it's not a reputable journal, it's a clone journal. Yes, some of the reputable journals will also take the money, but there is a way to give that. The APC is a way to give that. I'll clear your doubt about the APC also. So predatory publishing, very important line. First line is very important. Predatory publishing is called write-only publishing or deceptive publishing. That means you are doing the deception. It is an exploitative publishing business model that involves charging publication fees to authors without checking articles for quality and legitimacy. They will also not provide the other editorial and publishing services that legitimate academic journals will provide, whether open access or not. So your paper will not be reviewed at all. You pay them the money. They will publish your paper like a medical journal will publish a paper of Bombay Stock Exchange, the paper will get indexed in Scopus. Then Scopus will come to know, they will remove the journal as well as the paper, and you will lose name, and your institution will also be very, very careful, because the paper is added to you. When NAC see that variation, that you have given them 300 papers, but once they come it is 285, so that means 15 papers which are removed are from the predatory journal, and this will adversely affect the rankings in the coming times. NAC is also being very consistent on taking the workshops on predatory journals, and they are also not very happy with the extent of predatory publishing there in our research. I'll show you that link also where NAC has said that. They are regarded as predatory because scholars are tricked into publishing with them, although some authors may be aware that the journal is of poor quality or even fraudulent. This is a very, very unique point, that why are you publishing with them? Because you yourself know that the journal is of poor quality, your research is also poor quality, and you know that the journal is also fraudulent. Still you publish with them because you know that your college or the university will not check it. They will simply see that it's in Scopus. They will give you the career advancement. But it's not like that. I will show you a June 2019 UGC letter where it is critically written that if somebody has taken the credits, selection, PhD degree, or anything with the predatory journals, they have to be stopped. I'll show you all these things, the practical things. All the things will be facts based. According to one study, 60% of articles published in predatory journals receive no citations over the 5-year period following publication. I'll show you that journal also. So let me discuss the impact factors. So let's understand there are only two impact factors which has to be considered throughout your academic career. One is site score by elsewhere, which is Scopus. The second one is JCR by Clarivate, which is Web of Science. Only these two. All other impact factors are misleading, fake, and dubious. How do we check that? We will go to this website, predatoryjournals.com/matrices. So there is a list of misleading and fake matrices. I'll read some points and then this list, alphabetically given. Why they are fake and misleading? Point number one, the website for the metric is non-transparent and provides little information about itself, such as location, management team, and its experience. The company charges journals for inclusion in the list. They will ask you to give them money. The values will always increase. If they give you any random value like 8.7, 9.3, 4.5, and at the end of the day, it will keep on increasing. Fourth point, very, very important point. The company uses Google Scholar as its database for calculating matrices. Google Scholar does not screen for quality and indexes predatory journals. I repeat, Google Scholar does not screen for quality and indexes predatory journal. So if somebody says that his paper or his journal is Google Scholar indexed, it's just a gimmick. It gives you nothing because they do not have any quality concerns for them. Whatever there is online will be indexed by Google Scholar, and there will be no quality checks on it. This is the biggest anomaly with Google Scholar, which people are not understanding. And by mistake, they are now referencing these predatory journals paper or sometimes the cloned journals papers into their research papers. And at the international levels, their papers are getting rejected because the references are from the cloned or the predatory journals. So it is your responsibility to save yourself from these cloned and predatory journals via Google Scholar also. The methodology for calculating the value is contrived, unscientific. Seventh and very important point, the company exists solely for the purpose of earning money from questionable journals that use the gold open access model. The company charges the journals and assign them a random value. And then the journals use the number to help increase article submissions and therefore revenue. So chor chor musere bhai, everybody is in hand in glove with each other. They go to a questionable journal, will go to a questionable agency. They will give them a questionable number, and that questionable number is put on that journal's website. You see that you're publishing with a journal which is itself a cloned or a predatory journal with an impact factor of 8.7 or 9.3, stating that it will be good for your career, but at the end of the day, it's nothing. You lose your article and your money also. But what they are getting yeah, money. They're not worried about your research and the quality of your research. So who are these culprits? There are the ones. So alphabetically it's given. So as and when you see any site score, the original is as and when you see a site factor, the original is site score. Site factor is dubious. Cosmos impact factors, DRJI, DIDOS, and many more. GIF, GIF, Index Copernicus, Infobase Index, GIF, Pubicon, root indexing, SJIF. SJIF is the biggest culprit. So these are the bogus, misleading, and fake matrices or impact factors which various predatory and clone journals are using. You need to be very, very careful from them. As and when you see any of them on any of the journal, please report to the UGC or do not publish with them. So now, everybody, any question related to the impact factor? Then we'll move further to cloning. Anybody, you can unmute and can share your views, and let's start the discussion on it.
Sumit ji, is there any agency to keep? I mean, see, because this thing will go on, new people will be falling prey to this. So there has to be some sort of a agency to monitor this, like either something from the UGC or
UGC Care is doing it. This is a homepage. It's written.
yeah, because
Any misleading or fake matrices are displayed anywhere on the journal's website or its pages, the journals will not be eligible for inclusion in the UGC Care list. So UGC is doing its bit, but it is now up to us to do the awareness campaigns. Today, this is my, I think, 100th workshop. I started my workshops in the May 2020 when the lockdown started. So I think
good century.
Yeah, century. Okay, sir.
Century.
So I have kind of aware around 1,000 to 2,000 research people. So now it multiplied by 3, around 6,000 people I have got the awareness. But still, it is required, it is needed that the awareness should reach to the masses. So that is why I always say to these kind of yes to these kind of workshops, so that this knowledge can get dissemination. So we have to catch them on our own, sir. At present, we have to catch them on our own. They're not such software.
Okay.
UGC ने भी लिख तो दिया है, but people are not taking it seriously.
Sir, can I ask some questions?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to check, in case by mistake someone puts this as a reference, for their work, can it be caught, or can it?
I am the editor-in-chief of a Journal of Content, Community and Communication. It is the only Scopus index in the entire India, media communication journal in entire India.
Correct.
So as an editor-in-chief, I will answer it. My answer is that I always check the references first if I get a paper. So I narrowly see that my journal do not have the references of predatory and clone journals.
So what happens? Suppose if you find
we reject that paper.
Reject the paper itself.
Not outrightly. We tell them to remove these references. If it is full of that, then we outrightly reject that paper.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to check in case something like this happens. What happens?
No, mistakes will happen. It's not that कि आज मैंने कुछ बोल दिया Bible बन जाएगा. Mistakes will happen. To err is human, to forgive is divine. So the mistakes will come. Many of the people will realize today that they are publishing clone journals just after my presentation. So mistakes will happen. Some of will realize that they are publishing predatory journals because unawareness is there. Lack of awareness is there. Okay. It's not their fault. If the research is poor and they're publishing intentionally, then they are at fault.
Then they're at fault, definitely.
If the research is good, the paper is good, by mistake it has published. So it's like cyber phishing. You know that you don't have to give your OTP, but still you give your OTP to somebody and your money is siphoned off. It's like the academics are being siphoned off.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Right. So anybody on impact factor? Any question related to that? Because only then you will know that how many citations that journal has gone. Without citations, there will be no impact factor. Right. Anybody?
That means it is open. It has to be open access journal. You're saying online open access.
No. It should be an online journal. It can be closed access also, because you can get those papers through the library.
Okay.
So if it's a closed access journal, you can get the papers through the library. बिल्कुल बंद तो कुछ भी नहीं होता. Or if you have the access of Scopus, it is costly. But if you have the access of Scopus, you can download the papers from there. If you have the access of Web of Science, which is also costly, you can download the paper from there. So even if the papers are closed there at the journal's website, you can download it through the Web of Science Access, which is paid.
That is paid, right? Yeah.
It's around 14 lakh rupees per year for Scopus as well as for Web of Science.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, can I ask something?
Hanji, ma'am.
Sir, outside UGC Care list, is there any other agency or any other site which we can refer to before submitting the journals, or is that the only thing?
In India, this is the only thing, UGC Care.
All right.
But some autonomous institutions can have their own list and can work, like IAMs are working with ABDC list. That is Australian Business Deans Council. So they do not go for Web of Science and Scopus, they go for ABDC only. So they're autonomous. I'm not sure about your college that what kind of autonomy you have, but I think for us it will be UGC Care only.
Okay, sir.
I'll show you the notice also.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Right. If we are clear, I think we'll shift to the another topic. Now you are clear about fake and misleading matrices. Be very, very careful. Do not publish with the fake and misleading matrices on the journals. So we have important link. I have shown you this link. We'll come back to this link later. We have our Center for Detection of Fake News and Disinformation. I'll take you to that center also, where we are extensively working in the area of cloned and predatory. This is a UC Care link. We'll come back to this link later. And as well, when you have any inquiry about any Scopus Index journal, you can write to titresuggestion@scopus.com. They're very, very helpful and they will get back to you. So 15 crucial points. I will tell you all the crucial points to check a journal's credibility. And then I will substantiate all the points with my live examples. So the first point is, most fake predatory clone journals will not have any submission deadlines. They will submit the papers by the evening, and by the morning it will be published, because they are only after money. They'll ask you to pay around 10,000 to 15,000. You pay the money, the paper will not be checked at all, and it will be published. They will always charge money. I just told you. Most of them will be having multiple journals. I'll show you some of the examples. They also use the cloned website with same logos. Yes, they will look like the original website, but eventually they are not. They will have fake stamps of Scopus or Web of Science, because it's a copyright infringement, but still they will use the fake stamps. Sixth point, very important point. Google indexing is very easy, and there is no science involved in it. And it is not at all useful anywhere in academics, Google indexing, but it gives you more citations, right? Now, what to do? Always see the UGC Care list and Scopus data and the Web of Science data before submitting to any journal. Always check the making of the website. I'll show you that how you can check the making of the website. कि किसने बनाई है, कब बनी है, कितने दिन पुरानी है. That we can also check. All these things which I am telling you are free. You don't have to pay a single rupee to anybody to have these informations. There will be no contact details of the chief editor and the editor. I'll show you those examples on the journal's website. If it is an open access journal, look for a DOJ stamp. I'll explain DOJ, that is Directory of Open Access Journal. Then DOI, very, very important point. Digital object identifier must be there with the papers. If it's not working, or if it's a wrong DOI, there are chances that the journal is predatory. Most renowned journals are now integrating the ORCID ID with research publications. We'll go to that also, the ORCID ID. Most of the fake predatory clone journals will use Gmail accounts, not the official ones. You need to use the official email ID, not the Gmail one, for the official correspondence about the research journal. Last is check, and always recheck the details given on the website. So all the errors you will see are there on the website only. तो अगर आपको वेबसाइट को अच्छे से चेक करना आ गया है, आप आराम से उस जर्नल को पकड़ सकते हैं. Let me take you to now the live examples. This website, predatoryjournals.com, has a tab publishers also. Click on publishers, and this is a list of predatory publishers. Why they are predatory? Because the activities they are doing are dubious, and they are also not peer reviewing any of the thing. They are just publishing for the sake of money. On the same website, there is a list of journals also. This is not the final list. It's keep on changing, but the journals with the name International, American, Asian, and European are there. Most of the journals which are with the starting name International are here, because it's very, very easy to have an international journal with you, but it's very, very difficult to sustain that journal in the market. That is why most of the international journal are here in it. I just got an important call. I'm just muting for 1 minute. Where is that? Yeah, I'm back. I got a call from my VC for something.
Yes, yes.
Anything.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry for that. Okay. So we were at the live going for the journals. Now, first example will be a cloned journal example. I'll show you that, and you will be astonished to see now what I am going to show you. So I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, yes. It is visible.
Yes. So, yes. So the first example, we will go to a website named Adalia Journal. This website is still working, and there are problems on the website only. What I am going to train you is that there is a link also from where you can catch the clone journals, but that link has not the full journals. So first I'll show you 10 journals. You will catch them on your own. Then I will go take you to that link कि कहाँ पे ये पड़ा है. लेकिन हमें catch खुद करना आना चाहिए. तो सबसे पहले we will see the errors and anomalies on a website. So the first error on a website is they're running with a Gmail ID. Here, just look at. Then impact factor 5.3. We do not know from where they have taken these figures. Anybody can write 5.3. Two errors. You click on contact details. I told you there will be no details. Yes, now there are no details. You go to the editorial board, only the names are there, which are not at all verified. They need to have the official email IDs associated with it. Four errors. You go to call for papers on the same website, you will see the scope. You cannot have a multidisciplinary journal. You can have an interdisciplinary journal. So there is a thin line of difference between multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary. You can be an interdisciplinary person. You cannot be a multidisciplinary person. So you can interrelate things, but you just cannot be a veterinary doctor as well as a communicator in the field of journalism. They just both do not relate. Here they have related everything in this journal. So 5 doubts are here. When you scroll down, you will see the screenshot of stating that this journal is in Web of Science. Yes, this journal is indexed in Web of Science, but this is not the original website. How can I say that? Because you can see the screenshot says that it's a Turkey journal published from Antalya, working in the area of archaeology. It cannot be a multidisciplinary journal. So everything is doubtful in the website. Then these logos, which they cannot use without the written permission of that particular research agency. So 7 to 8 errors. So let's go to some of the papers. Once you see the papers also, you will realize that people are still publishing with this useless journal. And one of the bigger institutions, you can see ICFAI, and then other related institutions from Maharashtra, even Vivekanand College. So everybody is into the trap of these wrong journals. Even Manipal Jaipur, where I had my workshops. So now where is the original journal and how to check it? They're saying that it is in Web of Science. We will go to the resources of Web of Science. Right? Everybody can enter the resources of Web of Science by creating the free account. I had the free account. I'm logging in. With this free account, you will be able to see the databases in Web of Science, and you can download also the names of the journals indexed with them. Not more than that. You will not be able to see the papers in them, but you will be able to see the name of those journals and when they got indexed in MJL, which is Web of Science. So be very, very careful. MJL means Web of Science. As and when I say MJL, Master Journalist, I am talking about Web of Science. So my email ID is there, password is there. You can enter with your Facebook, Gmail, Orchid ID, and LinkedIn. Sign in. Here it is. So this is a page. We will write Adalia here. Search journals. Exact match found. This journal is indexed in Web of Science. This was a screenshot they used, but there is more to it. We will click on view profile page. And when you click on view profile page, more information about that journal will come out. Like the language, Turkish, issues 1, frequency annual, country, Turkey. And when you click on visit site, here, it will take you to the regional website. They will never have the error in it. So this is the original website of that journal, which is in Turkey and publishing in Turkish language. And what we saw was the cloned website of that regional journal. And people are still publishing with them. After publishing with them, they will send this to their universities. Universities will not be able to check the originality, and this journal will be counted. I'm again opening this website. And most of the cloned journals are at the top because they use the SEO, search engine optimization, and they remain at the top. So this is the cloned website of that original journal. So now it is the responsibility of the college research committee and team to check and verify the claims made by the research scholar as well as the faculties. Because there might be an error from the point of view of faculty and teacher, but research committee and the higher authorities are not, they cannot afford to have this kind of mistake. First example. Second example now. First, I'll show you some
Sir,
of the international
can I
journals.
ask you one question, please?
Go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead.
Sir, what about the this ISSN number? How do they
So
put
ISN
that?
number मैम will the same, वो तो सेम ही रहेगा. ISN number जो इनके पास है ना,
हाँ
1301 27
हाँ
46, उनका
हाँ
भी वही होगा.
same.
So
Okay,
ISN
they'll
number
put
से
the
नहीं
same.
जाना, ISN number से नहीं जाना हमने.
Okay, okay.
When they
All
do
right.
the cloning, they do it thorough. But there
Okay.
are errors. I showed you 7 to 8 errors.
Correct. Yeah, yeah,
Those
yeah.
errors, those errors will prove that it's a cloned journal, and
Okay.
it will create a doubt in your mind.
Okay. So ISSN number will वही रहेगा. Yeah.
वो तो
Okay.
वही रहेगा. जैसे नंबर, टेलीफोन नंबर क्लोन हो जाता है, तो
हाँ.
नंबर तो वही रहता है ना मोबाइल का,
Okay.
किसी और
Okay.
को कॉल मिलने लग जाती है.
Okay. 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 Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Right. Second example. I'll show you first international example, then I'll show you some Indian example. Another journal which is being cloned, OT. It's a Scopus Index journal, and the website says that it is a UGC approved journal. Again, the word multidisciplinary they have used. They say that it's a UGC care journal. Why UGC care? Because we are their target. Why we are their target? Because what I should say, our research is poor. Our researchers are in a hurry. Our guides are not much aware. So that is why they misuse this thing. And the guides tell them to publish quickly, and they do not check the quality and the name of that journal. And they think that this website is the original one. Errors are again here. You go to contact, you will see no details. The same picture which Adalia used is used here. You go to the editorial board, some online names are here. Then you go to the current issue and useless papers, go to call for paper. Again, multidisciplinary. From science and technology to almost all the areas, which cannot happen. And then you go to home, money will be involved like 3,000. Here, see, last date, throughout the year, blind peer review, 12 issues, multidisciplinary, and again the Gmail ID and the dubious impact factor, right? So now where is the original journal? We will go to the Scopus databases. It's very easy to enter the Scopus databases with your Gmail ID. This is a homepage you will see, right? I'll just come back to this again. I think it has to, okay, I'll close it. Here it is, right? You write the name OT. Once you write the name OT, it will be self-populated by Scopus because it's a Scopus index journal. Click on this, find sources, OT. You can see it's a philosophy journal. It's not a multidisciplinary journal. Publisher is La Nuova Italia Edritais. It is an Italian publisher. Here it is written source homepage. We'll go to source homepage and it will take us to the original website. So this is the original website. Can you beat that? Can you imagine that somebody has made the clone website of this original journal, which is in Italy, published in Italian language? And what we saw was the cloned website of that journal. So now there might be people who has published with them or who are going to publish with them. But it is now our duty to aware them of this menace. So that is why most of my recordings are also there on YouTube. So people are watching that also and getting themselves aware. So these are these small steps. The only thing is awareness, situational awareness. कोरोना के बचाव से क्या है? मास्क लगाएं, हाथ धोएं, सब कुछ करें. The same is with research. Clone journal से बचने का क्या है? Just go into the thorough details of the website. Because everything is cyber crime and cyber phishing is online. Just be very, very careful while dealing with every journal who has these kind of fishy websites. Not with publishers like Sage, Springer, Emerald. They're good. Websites are good. People are good. But be worried by these. Be very, very careful from these. So 2 example. Third example. Xi'an Journal of Architecture and Technology. Now somebody has to unmute and can tell me that why this journal is looking dubious.
Gmail account, sir, once again.
Yes, it is there. What else?
Impact factor is mentioned.
Impact factor is there. Again, multidisciplinary.
Multidisciplinary. Yeah.
UGC Care Scopus. If it is an international journal, why are they worrying about UGC Care? Because we are their target. They want to spoil the Indian research scholars only. भारत की PhDs, भारत की education को ही बेकार करना है. They're after us only.
Dangerous.
Then again, submission last date throughout the year. वो चाहते हैं कि इतनी ज्यादा क्लोन रिसर्च पब्लिश हो जाए कि जब आप गूगल स्कॉलर पे जाएं आपको सिर्फ क्लोन और प्रीडेटरी पेपर्स ही मिले रेफरेंसेस के लिए, और ताकि जब आप बड़ा लिखने की कोशिश करें जो इंटरनेशनल जर्नल्स है वो कहेंगे यार ये तो चाइनीज माल की तरह होगी इनकी रिसर्च, इनके पेपर्स हमने नहीं लेने हैं. दिस इज देयर modus operandi to just ruin the Indian academics. And then submit@gmail.com. If you go to contacts, there will be no detail here also. Editorial board, no details, only the names. And if you go to home, why are they using the screenshot of Scopus at the website? If it is a Scopus index journal, they just write Scopus here. They're showing us a screenshot because हमें मूर्ख बनाना ही बनाना है. And you can see the area is also architecture on the screenshot itself. And the publisher is Science Press, which is a Chinese press. But if you go to the current issue, you will see some of the useless papers. From Maharashtra itself, let's see Sandeep University somewhere in Maharashtra. Mr. Zafar Khan has published 2 research papers, thinking that they will be indexed in Scopus. So I feel really bad for those people who are paying them and publishing their research. If I do the meta-analysis, most of the time research is also bogus. But right now I'm not ready to do that because we have lesser time. But research is also of poor quality. So sometimes I laugh at everybody, at the institution and at the journal itself and the research scholar. But now we are in a deep trouble. We need to search the original journal. We'll copy this name. We'll go to Schemago. Schemago will also help you reach to the original journal. Schemago will always always catch the Scopus index journal. Those who are in Scopus index, Schemago will give you that information. We'll put this name here. I think I couldn't copy it properly. I'll again copy it. Journal of Xi'an University of Architecture and Technology. Schemago will give the information. Yes, it's a Chinese journal from Science Press. H index is 14 and here is home page. We'll click on the home page and it will take us to the original website. So this is the original website of that journal. What we saw was the cloned website of that journal. So you can see the level of academic disintegrity or disruption is being made by the people. Fourth example, Zhejiang University Journal. Again, it will be at the top because of the SEO used by them. Just look at this website. Now, can you catch it?
Multidisciplinary.
Yes.
Yes.
In a blink of an eye, I think you should catch it now.
Yeah.
The screenshot, the Gmail,
Yeah.
then the
Yes,
call for
sir.
paper. Again,
Yes.
throughout the year. Acceptance it is 48 hours. Ma'am, चंपक नंदन 10 दिन लेती है हिंदी में.
So impact
चंपक
factor.
नंदन को आप स्टोरी भेजो हिंदी में. चंपक नंदन will take around 1 week.
ये 48 hours.
And it
48
says,
hours.
acceptance status is 48 hours.
Yes, publish will be in 1 day. As and when you pay them the money, we have tried these journals. They publish in 5 hours. And impact factor 5.4. Why? They want to put all these research papers online. And the website will be closed. Google Scholar will take them. So यहाँ पे Google Scholar की error आ जाती है कि Google Scholar does not know it's a predatory or a clone journal. Google Scholar will itself index those papers automatically because of their algorithm. Right? So this is a problem with Google Scholar. So now it's a cloned journal. How are you going to catch it? Copy this name. Go to Scopus databases. They have used the screenshot of Scopus. Put this name here. Self-populated by Scopus because it's a Scopus index journal. Click on this. And you will see a source homepage here. We click on source homepage. And it will take us to the original website. So this is the original website. Now the people will ask the question that why they are not swapping it. They don't know from where this IP address is working. The original journal. You getting my point? The original journal does not know from where this IP address is working. So they're unable to swap it. It is our responsibility to not to publish with them and expose them and name and shame them, which I am doing from the last 1 year. There are thousands of journals which we have caught and reported to the UGC also. I will share that UGC link also, where you can report. So here you go to contact in UGC care, and here it is, report cloned journal. So as and when you see a cloned journal, you can report to the UGC. Right? So 4 example. Example number 5. Now you have to catch that journal. Let me see that how much you have learned. Goteria.com.
Multidisciplinary impact factor is given.
Yeah, fast publication process.
Yeah, fast
Within
publication.
24 hours response time.
Yeah,
Throughout the year, last date of submission.
multidisciplinary.
Yeah.
In contact us, there will be no details.
Hmm.
राइट एडिटोरियल बोर्ड तो है ही नहीं इनका, उनको पता है जरूरत ही नहीं हमें एडिटोरियल बोर्ड की, लोग पेपर्स भेजते रहेंगे. Right? So it's a Dutch journal published from Netherlands in Dutch language, but they made the clone journal of that. Next.
Yeah, impact factor, I think 6.1.
All the problems
Same
of a clone
mistakes.
journal they are having.
Same.
Yeah.
Publication fees.
फीस तो बात की बात है, ये जो इनकी ये
Gmail is
Everything is there, whatever.
everything is there. A perfect example of a clone journal. Up till now you were understanding, now you can catch it.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Sir, one question. When UGC does UGC see these sites because they mention UGC journal? Doesn't UGC
UGC
care?
has a link. UGC का भी
Yeah.
मैं आपको link दिखा देता हूँ.
But they are
UGC,
using their name as UGC Care
yes,
Journal.
UGC has these links, Group 1 and Group 2. I will come to this links. First,
Okay.
I would like you to catch the journals on your own. Then
Okay.
we will go to this list. UGC is making this list. People like me are giving them the details. They are updating their list.
Okay.
And people like you can also write to them.
Okay.
So once it's approved a clone journal, the list will be added. They got big lists. I will come to these lists. First, I would like you to catch them on your own without the UGC list, क्योंकि कई journal UGC list में भी है ही नहीं है.
Okay.
Can't the UGC take any action against this?
Yeah,
ये
that only I was
list,
saying.
ये सिर्फ लिस्ट लगाई हुई है उन्होंने, और क्या कर सकते हैं. इनके आईपी एड्रेस पता ही नहीं है चल कहाँ से रहे हैं. जो इंडियन थे वो तो उन्होंने बंद करवा दिए. इंडियन लैंग्वेजेस के तेलुगु, कन्नड़ा, मराठी, आपका मुक्त शब्द जो एक मराठी जर्नल है महाराष्ट्र से चल रहा है, किसी ने क्लोन कर दिया था, वो सारे उन्होंने बंद करवा दिए हैं. लेकिन इन इंटरनेशनल जर्नल्स का इनके पास कोई डिटेल्स नहीं है, ये चल कहाँ से रहे हैं.
Sumit ji, what I asked earlier, what madam is also saying is, suppose in case of cloning, isn't it a criminal offense?
Yes. सर ये एक साइबर क्राइम का पूरा केस बनता है.
Yeah, so exactly that way action I'm saying something.
Yeah. Through cyber only.
Cyber crime के अंदर आता है. We can go and follow that, but we don't have the time. That is why we go for the awareness.
Yeah, that is there.
वैक्सीन ना लगाना भी क्राइम है सर. वैक्सीन ना लगाना भी क्राइम है, लेकिन हम वैक्सीन हेजिटेंसी पर लोगों को अवेयर ही कर सकते हैं. तो इसमें भी मेरे को कई लोगों ने कहा we should ask the government. We can go to the government, but government will take its own sweet time till the time the damage has been done. So before we have to do the awareness campaigns. This is what I can do and I can suggest. But yes, if some powerful persons are there and they can do it, I would be happy to assist them in catching these journals. I have the full details, but I don't know where they are sitting.
Sad, it's really sad.
Yes. So Proteus, now Just look at this journal once again. Same problems?
Same problems, yes.
Right. One more. And you see these journals are live and people are publishing with them. The problem is that. And they will get the credit of increments, advancements, PhDs. That's the main problem. Now look at this journal. No details. Go to call for paper, all the areas. कितनी मेहनत कर रहे हैं वो किसी और को बर्बाद करने के लिए. NIMS University. So NIMS, oh, NIMS has published on 5 papers.
University of Kashmir is there.
Yes. There was a story on Kashmir University's, I'll just, Kashmir University. I had a story on plagiarism. Here it is. There was a story also. Conceit and counterfeit. So somebody has done a story also, degrading higher education in Kashmir. In that story, they have spoken about this journal, this clone
Okay.
journal, and people publishing in it.
Yes.
Right. So there are watchful eyes, and you are leaving your digital footprints. It can hunt. It can come back and hunt you later also. So do not publish with this. And if by mistake I publish, do not claim anything for that. So these are some of the international journals. There is one more, the last international journal. Then I will show you the Indian clone journals. The last international is International Journal of Disaster Recovery and Business Continuity. Not here, not this, this one. Small errors. The sea of society is big. जो नहीं होना चाहिए. Last date of every month, not possible. Contact, no details. Editorial board, no editor in chief. Then we go to home. So full of errors. So where is the original journal? They say that it is in Web of Science. We will go to the Web of Science and search for it. Disaster recovery and business continuity. View profile page. It's an Australian journal published from Tasmania. Visit site. It will come out of Adalia. This is the original website. And they said that it has been acquired by them in 2019, but they didn't close the website. So this journal was acquired by Nadia Publication in 2019. इन्होंने अपनी website बंद ही नहीं करी, and they keep on taking the papers, and people are publishing with them. So ऐसे भी लोग बैठे हैं. Right. So now let me take you to some of the Indian journals. Mukt Shabd. So it's a Marathi language print journal and has been made cloned by somebody. The errors are same. Impact factor dubious. Gmail they are using. You go to contact, there will be no details. You go to the editorial board, people from Stanford are doing research with them in Marathi language. So laughable. They do laughable stuff on their website, and still we don't see that. You go to home, you go to call for paper, all the areas in the world you can publish. You go to the current issue, and you will see some of the useless papers sitting here. From Rohtak, from all over India, Pune, dekhiye, Logan, Dr. D.Y. Patil School of Management. Can you beat that?
Cannot believe. Yeah.
D.Y. Patil is a big name.
Yeah.
वो एक पिक्चर भी थी ना, पाटिल आई एम ए ब्रांड, वो कौन सी पिक्चर थी अक्षय कुमार की, उसमें गब्बर इज बैक, उसके बाद से मैंने पाटिल को याद रखा. So you can see it's a good institution. If I go to the papers, one paper is on marketing management in power system, another one in logic trends. So somehow the papers are also poor quality and they were in a hurry to publish. And if you click on the papers are also of the poor quality. And you can see they have published in a box app, and these are the PDFs. जल्दी में होंगे, जॉब बचानी होगी और
Maybe their cash deadline was close.
यहाँ वही मैं कह रहा हूँ, जॉब बचानी होगी. देखिए 3 इन्होंने वो दे दी. एक ही जर्नल में 3 पेपर इकट्ठे लगाने का क्या फायदा. ये देखिए.
This API has spoiled the whole.
यस मैम, पर इसका मतलब ये नहीं ना कि हम
हाँ,
सारा
right,
कुछ करें
right.
ना.
Right.
3 दिन में आपको पेपर चाहिए तो यही मिलेगा.
नहीं, but selection committee should know ना, Dr. Sumit.
सिलेक्शन कमेटी पे मैं आ रहा हूँ. सिलेक्शन कमेटी के लिए मैं बहुत
They
इंपॉर्टेंट
should be
लेटर दे रहा हूँ आपको.
Yeah.
ये देखिए लेटर. सिलेक्शन कमेटी पे एक लेटर है बहुत बड़ी, यूजीसी की लेटर है, नॉट माइन. हियर इट इज. 2017 की 19 की लेटर है जो वाइस चांसलर्स ने अपने पास रखी है, शायद रिलीज नहीं करी. Any publication in predatory, dubious, or representations in predatory or dubious conference should not be considered for academic credit for selection, confirmation, promotion, performance appraisal, award of scholarship, or academic degree, or credits in any form. With immediate effect, research publications only from journals indexed in UC care should be used. Now, selection committee की जो बात हुई, vice chancellors, selection committees, research supervisors, guides, and such other experts involved in academic evaluation assessments are hereby advised that they must ensure that their decisions are primarily based on quality of research work and not merely on number of publications. Any attempt of compromised academic integrity should be challenged, questioned, and de-recognized at all levels. So ये लेटर 2019 से आ चुकी है, फिर भी हम लोगों ने इसे नहीं माना.
Really bad.
Right? So if in DAY Patil somebody is taking the due advantage of not being checked, this letter should be there with that higher authorities. And somebody from this higher authority should be trained to tackle this kind of problem. Like ma'am had a workshop with me. She must have heard me somewhere. That is why she was saying that let's have it. So because I was very blunt, I was very clear in my mind to give you the right and accurate and factual information. Because this is very, very important for everybody to have at this juncture because of lot of disinformation and misinformation around the corner. So this is the original story. And we need to follow this in letter and spirit. Otherwise, after 2-3 years, when the audit will come, this DY Patil and these kind of institutions, those who are not doing the auditing, will be in deep trouble.
Nice, yeah.
Oh.
So I think I'm clear on the part of cloning now. Anybody, any questions related to cloned journal? So now let me check you. Let me show you that how to check the original Mukt Shabd journal. We'll go to UGC again. We'll go to group 1. It is a group 1 journal. After 15 minutes of inactivity, my account is logged out. I'm logging in again. We'll go to search. And we will write Mukt here. Title, Mukt. And search. The journal will come out. Mukt Shabd print only. Shabd publication. It doesn't have the EISN. It cannot run a website because you need to have the electronic EISN. We'll go to view. And when we go to view, we will get more information. Publication language is Marathi. And focus subject is Marathi. Language is the area. And you click on current table of contents, you will be able to read the Marathi print journal. This is the original journal. So can you beat that?
Original.
Somebody made the clone website and people are publishing with them. Now, coming to this link, let's go to list of clone journals, group 2. Group 2 means the international journals, which I've shown you. Adalia, Ot, Bulletin Monumental, and this list is around 29 international research journals are there which you need to avoid. And they are in different languages like Chinese, Dutch, Portuguese, German, Spanish, and other related, Italian, and all. So this is group 2. We'll go to group 1 now. Indian research journals, which are mostly print journals in the language area, Punjabi, Marathi, Bengali, Telugu, Kannada are being cloned. On the right hand side, you will see all the cloned. On the left hand side, you will see original. The original journals does not have any URL because they do not have the EISN with them. They are print journals. And some of the journals are publishing predatory content were Wesleyan. Wesleyan's name is there, recently been added. Then Utkal Historical Research Journal. Why I'm showing you this link now? Now you are able to catch the journals on your own. And this link will also help you to catch some of the journals which we missed. So Sambodhi is also there, Purakala. But you do not go to this list. I think you can catch the journals on your own because of the information being provided to you by me. But this list is also there. It's a dynamic list. They keep on adding the journals being told to them by us or by the concerned people, those who want the research to flourish. I'm trying to save the future for my kid. My kid is in 5th class. Once he goes out of the school, he should have a fresh mind and he should have the clear research goals in front of him. And he should not be worried about predatory and clone because there will be so much of awareness from the school level and from the college level itself with the students. That is what my aim is. So anybody, any question related to clone journals? Then we'll shift to predatory.
Sir, actually, we are compiling questions from YouTube, and then we would be able to,
Okay. Okay.
yes, after your session only, we'll be asking you questions, I think, whatever
Okay.
we have
Okay. So,
compiled it from.
any question from your side from right now because sometimes
Uh,
it's autonomous.
Yes, I do have a question. See, sir, as we are talking about clone journals, so do they create fake DOIs also, like, or we can catch it like by
No,
DOI of
DOI
that?
they will never create. DOI they can never create. DOI
Yes.
can be bought from Crossref. Crossref will not no don't give them any
Okay.
DOI.
Okay. So
Fake DOI.
all the articles which are published in fake journals or clone journals will not have DOI, right?
110%.
So simple method to find out whether your article is published in a journal, proper journal, is to find out whether this DOI works or DOI is.
Sometimes they give you DOI, but it doesn't work. How to
Ah,
check
it
that?
doesn't.
You will go
Yes.
to DOI.org
Okay.
and put the DOI here.
Oh,
Here. Like this. This is a DOI of my research journal. I'll submit it and it will take you to the paper.
yes.
There will be no error in it.
So I think simplest way to find out whether your paper is, or
Fake.
any article is in proper journal is to find out whether DOI works.
DOI. Yes. DOI is one of the aspect. There are other aspects also.
Yes, of course.
It is also one of the aspects.
Yes, of course. Thank you, sir.
Anybody?
Sir, I have one question, which is not directly related to this kind of publication. But sometimes your older publications get converted into a book chapter. They send you a mail saying that your paper has been selected to be published as a part of compilation in a book chapter. So in that context, what care we should take to find out whether it's an original or authentic publication?
Because publishers are also, dubious. And why are they searching you? That is also a cause of concern. No publisher, good publisher is free to read anybody else's material and to send you that invite.
Right, sir. So we should simply ignore it.
Yes. You usually go to the publisher with your proposal. Springer, Wiley, Sage, Emerald, they will not come to you unless some Nobel Prize winner nahi hai. So if somebody is asking you to writing a chapter in that book and you don't know that publisher, it's not a renowned publisher, just avoid that publisher.
Okay, sir.
No need to go with them.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir, I have one question. Sir, normally on the website, normally we check that it is published or it is UGC careless written. But sometimes some journals also mention that this is a PubMed cited journal.
PubMed is for medical, ma'am. Medical journals जो होते हैं, वो PubMed होते हैं. That's not our area.
Okay. Because, sorry, I'm from the science background, that is why I asked you for this.
हाँ, medical के में इससे भी medical में सबसे ज़्यादा predatory journal इस वक्त. For medical, I had 2 workshops with one with AIMS Rishikesh. It's coming up. I had with NIMS also. My next coming up is on 4th September, where community medicine all over India, around 1,000 doctors will be listening to me. And I had a full list of medical predatory journals, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, मेडिकल में बहुत बुरा हाल है. I don't
हाँ
want to
जी
show it
सर.
here now. हाँ, वो divert हो जाएगा topic. मेडिकल में हमसे भी ज्यादा बुरा हाल है और doctors are astonished to see that this is what has happened to some of their good research papers. So PubMed, Medline are there to discuss upon. ये database मेडिकल में चला जाएगा. So we will leave it here. I will send you the invite for 4th September. Or you
Thank you
follow
sir.
me on
Yes,
or you
sir.
follow me on LinkedIn. Everybody follow me on LinkedIn. Couple of my
Okay.
workshops are also coming up, and then there will be
Yes.
medical and other issues also. So you can join me from there.
Okay sir. Thank you sir.
So anybody on cloned? So I think you have understood the cloned journals. Let me take you to the predatory journals. So now, what are predatory journals? So predatory journals, what I say that predatory journals will publish out of the purview. There will be large number of research papers. They are also multidisciplinary. Their DOI will not be working. Wrong details and no details of editor-in-chief, no editor-in-chief, and the websites are clear. Websites are original in those journals. इनकी वेबसाइट में कोई खराबी नहीं होगी, वेबसाइट ओरिजिनल होंगी, पर वेबसाइट में बहुत गलतियां होंगी जिनको हम पकड़ के ये प्रूव करेंगे कि ये प्रेडेटरी जर्नल्स है. सो द फर्स्ट एग्जांपल नाउ, जर्नल ऑफ क्रिटिकल रिव्यूज. So इस वेबसाइट को we will explore and we'll try to find out errors here on this website. First error, you click on contact, there will be no details. Why I'm saying no details again and again and again, I will show you our journal, Journal of Content, Community and Communication, the Scopus Index Journal, where we work in black and white. Everything is crystal clear here. You go to the editorial board, chief editor, you will see my details, including my mobile number. We use JCC for all the official confirmations and emails. No Gmail ID is used. You go to the editorial board, to the members, you will see the names of the members with their official email IDs so that you can also approach them. Their consent has been taken. छुपाना क्या है? चोरी नहीं कोई कर रहे तो छुपाना क्या है? But predatory journals will not give you this information. You go to the current issue, all the papers have been issued the DOI. You click on any of the DOI, it will take you to the paper. There will be no errors in DOI. In predatory journals like this, no contact details, no editorial board, only the names. You go to home, they will show you a DOI. But when you click on the DOI, there will be an error because that DOI is not working. They can show you the figure that it is there, but it's not working because it is a dubious journal. How? 3 errors we got. Now the next error is they're talking about the papers of management and social sciences, which they cannot take. Why? Because if you go to the Scopus, we'll go to the Scopus. This journal has been discontinued, but we will see that what is written there in the subject area. So we will type this name, Journal of Critical Reviews. You can see the coverage is discontinued. Just simply look at the area, which is pharmacology to microbiology to science. It's a science journal. How can it have the papers of management in it? So now the problem is we didn't check it there in Scopus. From the website, we assumed that it is a Scopus index and the best journal. So what they did, they published 2,900 research papers in a year. And now the coverage is discontinued and the papers will also be removed because most of them are plagiarized, falsified, and fabricated. So at the end of the day, who is the loser? You are loser because you are publishing with them. You paid them hefty money. And at the end of the day, you got this tag, coverage discontinued in Scopus. While the original journals, like us, we use the Scopus logo, which is being given by them to us. We click on the logo and it will directly take you to the information, which says the area is communication. And it is from 2015 to present. And this is the content coverage. I can also publish 2000 research papers and earn money and can run away. No, that's not my purpose. My purpose is to stay there, sustain myself, go into the rankings, and go for higher citations, publish good and more good research. This is how a battle can be won, not by earning easy money, because you are getting it for some time, but after some time it will not be, it is not digested then. But what they do, they play with our lives. And many Indian research scholars have lost their PhDs and lost their increments and academics because of publishing with them and knowingly publishing with them. I know a couple of people knowingly publishing their papers into these kind of predatory journals. Another example, European Journal of Molecular and Clinical Medicine. Now the website is original. Be very, very careful. Website बिल्कुल ठीक है. Website खराब नहीं है. Errors are there. Go to contact us of this journal. No details. Go to the editorial board of this journal. No details. Wrong and misleading information. Go to home. So now just look at this. European Journal of Molecular and Clinical Medicine. It was also a Scopus Index journal. Let's see what was the area. European Journal of Molecular and Clinical Medicine. This is an example where all the fabricated and plagiarized papers were removed. So we'll go to this link. Coverage has been discontinued. You can see. You go to content coverage. All the papers have been removed of 2020, 2020, 2021. Why? Because the coverage area says immunology, biotechnology, microbiology. But once you go to the website and we randomly type Bombay Stock Exchange, you will find the papers of Bombay Stock Exchange. This is the title, European Journal of Molecular. Just look at these papers. If somebody is from management can explain me that these kind of papers, can they enter into this journal? Until unless the papers are bad, money is involved, total academic corruption. Just look at the title and ask yourself. Am I clear? Everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How can these kind of papers enter into the databases of this journal? जर्नल ने अपनी आत्मा बेच दी, रिसर्चर ने भी अपनी आत्मा बेच दी और सब इकट्ठे हो गए. Right? So journal is not wrong. Researcher is also wrong. And the journal is looking for these kind of weak researchers to pounce upon. So now the papers are there in the databases of the website, not into the Scopus databases. So you cannot claim your PhD, you cannot claim your increment, because the paper should go into the Scopus databases. Website पे तो backdate से भी कोई paper डलवा सकता है. I can also put papers on my journal from backside. No, but they will not be entered into the Scopus databases. Scopus will not take it. And this is what they have done with these predatory journals. The another journal which has the removed papers is Test Engineering and Management. All the papers were removed because of these kind of dubious activities. I'll take you to that journal also. Then we have PAL, Journal of Egypt. Test Engineering and Management. This journal was also dubious. Published around 6,000-7,000 research papers. Coverage got discontinued. Content coverage, only 2 documents of 2020. It was fine up till here. 5-10 साल बहुत अच्छा चला. देखिए पीछे से चला आ रहा है. It was a very, very bright journal. And 2019, इसने अपने आप को बेच दिया. Right? So this is you have to be watchful of now. See the name of that journal, see the purview of that journal, see the area of that journal, see the content coverage of that journal, see the site score of that journal, see that what this journal is doing. So databases are not wrong. Once they are entered, जब Scopus में आते हैं तो अच्छे होते हैं. So Scopus has no problem in that. Scopus removes them as and when Scopus catches them or somebody informs Scopus that this journal has turned predatory. But before that, Scopus has nothing to do with it. It just indexes good journals. The same with Web of Science also and ABDC also. But journals enter the databases for 1 year, they go good, and then they turn predatory. and I'm giving you the figures that how to catch them. I'm giving you the inputs. So as and when they turn predatory, you can also complain against them in the Scopus databases. One more journal, for 6 years, it didn't get a single citation, zero citation. Plant Archives. Some RP Yadav from Agra was running that journal. RS Yadav. Coverage discontinued. Content coverage. 16 documents. 14 1400 1600 document एक साल में. Money is involved. Total money is involved. Go to site score and trend. Zero citation for 5 years. Zero. Even if this journal stays, it has to be thrown out because nobody cited it for 5 years. That means it is using useless research. Now the papers are being scanned, and most probably these papers will also be removed. Then where will we go? So not in predatory, you feel happy that you publish with them. For some time you stay happy, but then when the truth is out, the papers will be removed. Or else there will be an action on you as per this letter here. Where is that letter? I will come to this letter now. Here it is. Any publications in predatory dubious journals. So it's the Vice Chancellors and Selection Committees, research supervisors' duty to see that. Right? Another predatory journal. Some publishers are also. I'll show you a publisher. Blue Eye Intelligence publisher based in Bhopal had 3 journals in Scopus for 1 year, and they published around 24,000 research papers in 1 year in 3 journals. So International Journal of Innovative Technology and Exploring Engineering, the coverage was discontinued, but once you see they have around 8,000 research papers in a year. Can you believe that? 365 days, 8,000 research papers. कितनी मेहनत कर रहे होंगे वो? और anomaly elsewhere में भी है कि उन्होंने 8,000 papers database में आने दिए. It should be red flagged as and when you have more than 50 research papers in a month. If it's a monthly journal. Ours is a biannual journal. We do not publish more than 30 research papers in 6 months. Right. So anybody, any question, ma'am, on predatory now? We have one more publisher, IAEME publication. This is also a rug publisher. Apply. It had 5 journals, 4 are out. This 5th will also be out soon. And all were predatory journals. Right. So, ma'am, people are there or chale gaye sab?
Oh no, all are there. They are on YouTube.
Right.
Sir, hey.
Hey,
So scary.
मुझे लगा मैं अकेला ही रह गया हूँ और
नहीं
Well,
sir,
we are zapped, totally
Yeah,
zapped
that's
by what you are saying.
Yeah,
this is so
it is
scary,
wondering how
so
it can
scary and dangerous.
be. Yes.
Yeah.
It is very shocking how things are happening.
Yeah, really.
Very shocking.
And
That is why. That is why.
It is more shocking. It is more shocking that Scopus is not taking any.
Scopus
any
is taking an
Yeah.
action. Ma'am, Scopus
Yeah,
is
that
taking an
That is more
action.
shocking.
Yeah.
Scopus is taking an action while saying that these journals are discontinued. But sometimes the damage has been done before they take action.
Okay.
So like everywhere it is written coverage discontinued. But
Yeah.
before that, you see the papers are of high number, around 198, 195 papers. And on the websites, thousands of papers are sitting. If I show you a website of a journal, PAL ARC. This journal has around 1,000, I think 1,500 plus, 1500 से ज़्यादा पेपर इनकी वेबसाइट पर वेट कर रहे हैं.
Okay.
Because Scopus के अंदर जाने का बस उनको मौका चाहिए. And it happened with Web of Science also. Web of Science के जितने भी ESCI journal हैं, if you click on downloads, most of them are into this category, ESCI. That is why UGC does not recognize ESCI. मैं आपको वो भी notice दिखा देता हूँ. UGC says in Web of Science we will only consider 3 categories. तो आपको आगे से ध्यान रखना है, in Web of Science there are many categories. तो Web of Science में सिर्फ इन 3 categories की ही value है, AHCI, SCIE, SSCI. लेकिन अगर Web of Science में आप जाओगे तो यहाँ पे एक ASCI भी पड़ी है. So Emerging Scholar Citation Index is not at all recognized by the UGC. The answer is at the UGC website only. If you go to the FAQs, here, Question number 16 will answer. Journals included in ESCI are not part of the UGC CARE Group 2. So if somebody says that his paper is Web of Science indexed, ask him in which category. There are 16 more categories which are not at all recognized. So sometimes the predatory journals are there in these categories, not in the main category. So if people says that his paper is in Web of Science and in zoological, Web of Science and in zoological, it will not be considered for any promotion, credits and everything. Because UGC CARE does not recognize anything else apart from these three.
Okay.
Right? So this is also a cause of concern that people say that Web of Science है, Web of Science है, हल्ला मचा देते हैं. Web of Science में कहाँ जाना है अंदर? वो यूजीसी में लिखा हुआ है कि सिर्फ इन तीन पर रहना है.
The problem is panel committee members only, they don't know. I think they
Obviously,
just sit there.
awareness. जो पैनल मेंबर में जो बुजुर्ग हैं बेचारे, जो रिटायरमेंट के करीब हैं, वो तो पंगा लेंगे ही नहीं कभी भी इन तरह की चीजों में.
Bad, but
So the awareness campaign has to be with everybody, with the researchers, with the guides, with the principals, with the vice chancellor, with the selection committees. And UEC CARE is doing that. UEC CARE is doing its bit, but nobody is reading them. Nobody is motivated to read them. In-depth research कोई कर ही नहीं रहा. Yes, go ahead.
Sir, what do you mean by zoological records?
So zoological records are for the zoology papers. You can click and you can explore also. इसको हम क्लिक करेंगे तो हमें डिटेल्स मिल जाएंगी.
But you said it is not valid, right?
UGC CARE does not think it's valid.
Okay.
मैं तो UGC CARE की बात दिखा रहा हूँ आपको.
हाँ.
पर्सनली तो कई चीजें इनवैलिड है जो मैं नहीं बोल रहा. But I am right now.
too much.
Yeah.
मैं आपको वो दिखा रहा हूँ जो है, जो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया का काम है और वो लगी हुई है. बट lack of awareness is ruining the whole subject. क्योंकि इन्होंने यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है, कैटेगोरिकली लिखा हुआ है इन्होंने यहाँ पर कि we will not consider anybody else than this 3 and Scopus. But we think that Web of Science आ गया है तो वो पत्थर पे लकीर है कि मान लो. No, आज से आप लोग नहीं मान सकते वो.
Yes.
Right. So anybody,
Yes,
anything on predatory?
eye opener actually.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Anybody, any question? And I think we have understood predatory. I will show you more examples, but there are many things. Open access and other issues are also to be discussed. DOI is there. I have just told you directory of open digital object identifier should be there for you. If that's not there in the paper, be very, very careful. All the international world-renowned journals use DOI. So ये भी एक factor है. And ma'am has spoken about my course. So this is the course which I've developed with Taylor's University, a very successful course where we got the 5 stars whosoever attended that course. So it's a 2 hours of course. After 2 hours, you will answer 8 questions and you will get a certificate being signed by the Emerald, MIT University logo and Taylor University. And you can see this course also, right? So it's a free course for everybody. And you can join this course as an affiliate member. When you go to them, you can join this as an affiliate member and that is free. So a couple of courses I have developed. We also developed one course with Penn State University. We are in touch. So let's see whether that happens or not. But otherwise on YouTube, there are a couple of courses I have done with Elsewhere also. And I have done with Emerald also. Only yesterday I had the workshop with Emerald. I'll just show you that if it is there. So that was being liked by many people. And we had one with KG Sumaya, where around 3,000 people attended. And I had with medical, the Kaiser Gailpo University of Medical Sciences in Bhutan also. And this is we had yesterday with the Emerald, where many people joined. And that was also specifically on this identification. So we are doing our bit, and now it is the responsibility of the persons, those who are listening to us, those who are working with me, those who have joined me in LinkedIn, that they should also make people aware of these hard facts of predatory and clone journals. And then to the higher authorities that they do not use the discretionary powers and give any acceptance to predatory journals in their research data. Now, there was a question what NAC says. So let me show you that also. NAC criteria and predatory publishing. So they are also doing some kind of awareness campaigns. This was the report. couple of sessions they have done. And then there was a nature story also, which now Indian government is doing. So a couple of things are coming up. We need to be careful, and we need to be aware of the fact that new and new things will keep on coming in the area of cloned and predatory journals. We have to save our research from the youngsters, those who are watching us, because they will be following us. They will be following the footprints being led given by us, and they should not go into the predatory and clone publishing. I'm thinking about 5 years ahead of now. So, okay, anybody, any question on predatory? Then I will go to open access.
No, sir.
You can have any question from YouTube, man. Let's ask
Yeah.
from the
Yes,
YouTube.
Preeti
sir.
madam,
We
Preeti
do
madam,
have.
you can ask here. Yeah.
Yes, Neeta ma'am. So, sir, there are a few questions. There is a question that apart from Scopus and Scimago, is there any other database to check the original websites for journals? Do we
You need
have
to
an
see. You need to
authentic
see that.
list of databases? Sorry.
You
Yes.
need to check that it is indexed where. If it is in UGC care, I have told you that you can check it from here. Group 1 में जाएं, journal का नाम लिखें, and you will reach to that original journal. Like here, title, login again. It has to be in some of the databases. If it is in some database, the database will always give you the original website.
Yes, so this is a question by the name is just like KJ, but she wants
so
to
K-
know, do we
Hmm.
have an authentic list of such databases?
These list, the authentic list can be checked from the databases. You need to see that where that journal is indexed.
No,
If
the
it is
question.
in Web of Science will give you the original field. If it is in Scopus, Scopus will give you the original page. If it is in ABDC, ABDC will give that. If it is in UGC care, it is the responsibility of the databases, those who are managing that journal.
Mhm.
इन 4 databases में अगर किसी में है तो ही उसको ढूंढ पाएंगे आप. Otherwise, many journals are there. सबकी जिम्मेवारी कोई नहीं ले सकता.
Okay,
और
there is
यूजीसी केयर भी यही कहती है कि अगर आपके जर्नल्स या स्कोपस में हो या वेब ऑफ साइंस में हो, देन ओनली दे आर सेलेक्टेड फॉर प्रमोशंस. सो यूजीसी केयर का इसीलिए ये कहना है क्योंकि स्कोपस विल ऑलवेज हैव द ओरिजिनल वेबसाइट, वेब ऑफ साइंस विल ऑलवेज हैव द ओरिजिनल वेबसाइट. देयर विल बी नो एरर्स फ्रॉम देयर पार्ट्स बिकॉज दे आर एक्सट्रैक्टिंग द डेटा फ्रॉम द ओरिजिनल वेबसाइट. जैसे मैं आपको कहते हैं एक्सट्रैक्शन क्या होती है. मेरी वेबसाइट अभी अपलोड हुई थी जून 30th को. आई रिलीज माई एडिशन. आई शो यू माई जर्नल एंड दे हैव downloading the papers from my website. So I'll show you those 21 papers has recently been added. So if I go to the publisher or title, Journal of Content, Community and Communication. Here it is. Source homepage इन्होंने दिया हुआ है. If you go to content coverage, 32 documents. Right? Source homepage, it will take you to the original website. So this is the way to reach to the original website. It needs to be in any of the database.
all right. There is a
Right.
question by Mahalakshmi Nadar that she says, what if the published journal is enlisted in UGC care at the time
Mhm.
of publication, but after a year or in the revised UGC care list, the journal is not listed? So how to tackle that situation?
So now there is a question like if you're applying for a job in October, you say that this journal was in UGC till April. So you can do this backdated also, na? So in October, that removed journals paper will not be counted. क्योंकि आप backdate में भी ये कर सकते हैं while giving some money to that journal. Until October, if the interview was in October, that journal can be counted. Once the journal is out, your paper will not be counted because you can do it backdated also. So you have to remove that paper, or the selection committee will not attend to that paper. So it is your responsibility to publish with a good journal. If you publish with the wrong journal, why this journal was removed? I'll take you to the UGC removal list also. You go to search. You click on the left here, group 1. Recently discontinued journals, click on recently discontinued journals. Just read the note. Just read this note. Journals found to be involved in unethical practices will be discontinued immediately. So that means these removed journals are found to be in unethical practices. चाहे वो मिजोरम यूनिवर्सिटी से है, चाहे वो कहीं और से है. So you need to carefully publish your papers in a journal where you have no iota of doubt. Right? Even the University of Rajasthan journal has also been removed. Things are getting stricter and stricter. Right? So you have published with them in July, but now if you're claiming in September while showing us the July paper, I think they will not consider it because you can show it in the back date also. Who will take the responsibility that this paper was not published backdated? Because it doesn't have any website. It is a print journal, e-journal, print journal, sorry, p-journal, print only. So that is there.
Okay, Miss Aparna Patil, have a question that sometimes the name of journal related to a specific field is not listed in UGC, Scopus, etc. And so, how to go about it? She also wants to know that if same article can be published in one journal, like in another journal. Once you publish it in some journal and then publish it in another journal.
You cannot do it as an editor-in-chief. It is my responsibility to catch you. We have the softwares to catch that. We have Turnitin. We have other softwares where we can check the plagiarism of all the papers. So you cannot publish it. If by mistakes it has published, we have the right to retract that paper. So we will retract that paper from your database and we'll put a corrigendum on the website that this paper has been retracted because of the complaint and the reasons beyond our imaginations involved in it. So you just cannot do it. So now if it has been done by somebody, there are ways and means to check up on that, and you can always improve your error. And the next question she asked that the papers are not there. So that means you are published in a cloned journal. If you're published with the original journal, all the original journal websites papers will be in the databases. Like in our June edition, we published 31 research papers, and all 31 are there in the databases. Not one less, not one more. Right?
I think that's all for now, sir. Like,
okay. So let's me take you to now some of the areas in the open access thing. So what is an open access? And let me close the area of H index also. Okay, look, H index बड़ा पूछते हैं. So H index, I'll show you what is H index. So H index is calculating your academic footprints. You can calculate your H index manually also. Here it is. To manually calculate your H index, organize articles in descending order based on the number of times they have been cited. In the below example, an author has 8 papers that have been cited 33, 30, 20, 15, 7, 6, 5 and 4 times. और जो number 6 पे आएगा वो आपका H index हो जाएगा. Right? So an H index means this author has published at least 6 papers that have each received at least 6 citations. So ये आपका H index है.
The lowest one you have to take. The lowest.
The 6th one. No, the 6th one.
6th one.
Lowest तो 4th हुआ. Lowest तो 4 हुआ ना.
Okay, हाँ.
तो ये इसका एक फॉर्मूला है. तो 6 पेपर के बाद आपका H index आना शुरू होता है. Now I10 index. लोग I10 index बड़ा पूछते हैं. I10 index is कितने पेपर्स में आपकी 10 citation है. That is your I10 index. ये सारे उसने बनाए हैं Google Scholar ने just for on its own whims and fancies. It has no reputation at all, and nobody is considering now them. So I10 index was introduced by Google Scholar. It's a simple and straightforward indexing measure. Here. The I10 index indicates the number of academic publications an author has that has written that have been cited by at least 10 authors, 10 sources. That is your I10. कल को आप I50 बना दोगे, फिर आप I100 बना दोगे. So it's just a gimmick, I10 and all. No, not much of the considerations, but we are asking because वो आ रहा है तो लोग आपसे इंटरव्यू में पूछ लेते हैं. You also ask, sir, आपका तो आई इंडेक्स I10 ही बहुत अच्छा हो गया है, तो कोई ऐसी बड़ी चीज नहीं है. But we have made it big because Google is involved. It's a big company. Now open access. So everywhere there is a discussion. पैसे तो देने पड़ते हैं. Why not to give money? Yes, पैसे देने पड़ते हैं. There are couple of journals which will ask money, but you need to know why you are paying them, to whom you are paying, and whether they are issuing you a voucher or not. Sorry. So for that you need to know the open access policies of the journals. So there are three categories of open access. One is platinum open access. In platinum open access, you do not pay any money to the publisher, and you're also able to freely download that research paper. So who is that? I'll show you an example of a platinum open access journal. It can be with any company, Emerald, Sage, Wiley, and all. It says it gives immediate access to the content of the journal. So let's go to Platinum Open Access Journal, Emerald. Here it is. Ecofeminism and Climate Change is a journal, which is a Platinum Open Access journal. In Platinum Open Access, you go to table of content. You can simply download any paper by just a click of a button. And there is no money being paid by the author as well as by the researcher who is downloading this paper like me. So now I'll just click on PDF and this paper is with me. Free, right? Now, Gold Open Access. There is one more journal, Gold Open Access. International Journal of Climate Change Strategies and Management. Also an Emerald Journal. Here it is written on the top that you need to pay this much of amount to be publishing with them. Just look at the amount. 2,000 plus euros, $3,000 or 2,000 plus pounds. But still, the advantage is with the researcher that payment is being done by you as a publisher, but I will go to table of content and I can also once again can download the research paper free. So in Platinum Open Access, everything is free. In Gold Open Access, you have to pay the money so that I can download it freely. You understood my point? Right? Some are hybrid. In hybrid, they will ask you कि आपको अपने पेपर को कैसा रखना है. अगर आपने अपने पेपर को ओपन एक्सेस रखना है तो $2,000 दे दीजिए. अगर आपको अपने पेपर को क्लोज एक्सेस रखना है, क्लोज एक्सेस में क्या होता है कि हमें पैसे देने पड़ेंगे डाउनलोड करने के लिए, $37, $50, $70. तो वो आपकी मर्जी है. दैट इज हाइब्रिड ओपन एक्सेस, राइट? सो प्लैटिनम, गोल्ड, हाइब्रिड एंड ग्रीन. ग्रीन में क्या है? यू विल गेट द कॉपी बट यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू शेयर इट एनीवेयर. देयर विल बी एन एम्बार्गो फॉर 2 years. Then after 2 years, you can freely move that copy anywhere. So now, if you have to pay $2,000 to a journal, you need to check that quality and you need to see the originality of the work and the website. So here, everything is fine and original. That is why they are the best, the Emerald. Right? So now, any question, anybody on open access? बहुत इजीली मैंने आपको समझा दिया क्योंकि बहुत इजी कॉन्सेप्ट है, बहुत यूनिक और बढ़िया कॉन्सेप्ट है, बट इट हैज बीन मिसयूज्ड बाय these predatory journals on the pretext of open access कि पैसे तो लगते हैं. पैसे लगते हैं, कई ऐसे भी जर्नल्स हैं जहां बिल्कुल नहीं लगते. I'll show you more journals. DOAJ, Directory of Open Access Journal पे चलते हैं. It has a list of 16,000. Directory of Open Access Journal, list of 16,000 research journals which are open access. Here is, click on search journals. 16,000 journals. And then if you click on APC, ये filter लगा दो, 11,749 journals which are without the APC and still open access. That means platinum open access journal है दुनिया में 11,000. And then you can use these filters also. Languages, licenses, publishers, countries, and so on and so forth. So this concept has been misused. कि पैसे तो लगते हैं. Yes, in some journals you need to pay. Why not to pay? They're one of the best. There is one more journal, Big Data and Society, is a big journal in the name of in the area of journalism. It's a Sage journal. It has an APC of $1,500. If you see the ranking, it is at number 7 in the world. So if journal is at words number 7, and to run a journal is not easy, cost is involved. We pay a lot for to run our journal, but we do not charge because we are just establishing our journal. We want good papers and good research so that our papers can be freely downloaded. We can get more and more citations, and then that more and more citations can give impactful increase into the research journals ranking. So here it is. It is openly written $1,500, but it is also written authors who do not have the funding can request a waiver from the publisher, and the money is accepted only after the peer reviewed. क्लोन्ड और प्रेडेटरी में तो आपको पहले पैसे मांगते हैं फिर पब्लिश कर देते हैं.
Yes.
So the concept of open access is this. Here Sage will give you the voucher. Here Emerald will give you the voucher. Free में मजाक बनाया हुआ है इन लोगों ने open access का.
Sage is very authentic, sir.
Sage, Emerald, ma'am.
It
Emerald is
takes,
also good.
it takes many months, I think, to
Yes,
publish.
yes.
Many years also sometimes.
Same with Emerald also. They are also very
Emerald.
good.
Okay.
They have no papers. Even some of Sage have 1 or 2 journal in the predatory category because of the wrong citations with them.
Yeah,
But
okay.
Emerald doesn't have a single paper.
Okay.
So you can go to Scopus and download the latest discontinued list. Go to content coverage here.
Right.
And here is a link. I think this link is not working at present, but this is a link. Download the source list, including Scopus discontinued list. So it's not here. It has been moved, but I have downloaded it before the workshop. I'll show you that how does a list look and what are the areas in which you need to check, because most of the time the predatory journals are being removed because of publication concerns, publishing a lot of papers and earning a lot of money, huge money, because it has become ये deceptive publishing, इसलिए तो बोलते हैं. So this is a list. I will share this list with Meeta ma'am, and it will be circulated amongst all. This is the latest June 2021 list, the list of removed journals, and you will see publication concerns. Every journal which is removed is because of the publication concerns, and international publishers are not here. जो छुटमुट से publishers हैं जो गलियों में बैठे हैं वो ये काम करते हैं. Right? So I'll share this list with ma'am.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes, yeah.
So the concept of open access should be now very clear to you. Now we have cables also. Cables also, I don't have the data of cables. You have to buy it. I haven't bought it. So cables have a database of predatory journals. So you can check that also. And then we have COPE also, Committee on Publication Ethics, which speaks a lot about integrity and ethics. They have also spoken on the predatory publishing. I'll just go to that link. It is COPE on predatory publishing. The link name is COPE on predatory. Here it is. So they have a page of a book of around 23 pages, where they've given spoken a lot about. Here it is. COPE presents 30 insightful suggestions to tackle, avoid, and raise awareness of the problem of predatory journals. And then we have, after COPE, is the Sherpa Romeo, open access policies of the journals, aggregated policies of every journal, summarizes the publisher copyright and open access archiving policy on a journal by journal basis. And search it here. Then we have clocks also for digital preservation. You need to have the digital preservation. So all of the international journals will have this thing with them, and the rug publishers or the wrong publishers will not have these things with them. They don't have the crossref metadata manager also. It gives you the DOI. So if somebody says the journal is crossref indexed, they are saying wrong. Crossref cannot index the journal. They are just giving you metadata. So they're metadata manager while issuing you the DOI. But people misuse it and say that their journal is crossref indexed. That's not the truth. And then the last one is, which I've written for you, is, yes, the retraction watch. So the retraction watch means it's being tracked that whose paper and whose journals are being retracked. And then there is a database which is putting the name of the people whose paper has been retracted. And once your name is there in that retraction watch, that means academically you won't get any grants and no increments. But this is a list where people's name are being added because many of the papers are being retracted. The reasons can be plagiarism, fabrication, and falsification. So you can see Bharat Agarwal, some NRI from USA, has 29 papers retracted.
But who does that? Like retraction?
Journals does that. Journals does
Journal,
that
that
because
particular journal.
yes, we get the complaint. If I'm editor in chief, I get a complaint. I'll check that complaint. If it's an authentic complaint, I have to do the retraction. I have to put that on the journal's website, and that website, a retraction watch, will take that from that website.
So only if you get complaint, otherwise.
Yes,
the
yes, yes.
editor-in-chief
Why should I?
can't do anything,
Because
yeah.
once I've checked the paper before publishing, I'm pretty sure about my paper.
Okay, yeah.
But somebody else can give me more information about that.
Okay.
So over to you, ma'am.
Sir, one question: how authentic is this online plagiarism? Some of these sites which are there.
Authenticity means like I go for Turnitin, but other websites I'm not very sure about their authenticity. So basically, I will go for Turnitin.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, that software is very popular here.
Yeah, the software is good.
So, do you think that these colleges should purchase these platforms of Elsevier or Science Direct for
No, they're
the
costly.
researchers?
They're costly. They're costly for
Okay.
colleges. Web of Science is 15 lakh. Scopus is also around 10 to 12 lakhs per year. And I think it's the responsibility of the university to buy it for them and to give the user ID and password to the IQAC director or to the dean research of that particular college, not to everybody, because it can be misused also.
Okay.
Here the success is with me only, not with everybody in my university. Right. So anybody, ma'am, any questions?
No questions from YouTube chat box. As of now. We are
I think they've understood
continuously
the
checking it. Yeah.
Just
they've
There are
understood.
very good comments about your talk, that it's a great talk, wonderful information.
Please share the link
And
with me also YouTube so that I can
yes,
also read
yes,
some of the
Yes,
links.
yes.
sure,
We will
sure.
send you the link. Yeah, sure.
And yes, there are comments also that there should be some government body to check this. The
Yeah,
poor
UGC is doing
researcher, yeah. Otherwise,
UGC
poor
कर तो रही है.
researcher. Yes, sir, please go ahead.
UGC कर तो रही है, but yes, obviously I'm not very happy with the policies, and I think more depends, the onus is more on the universities and then to the higher authorities, to the guides, to the professors, to the senior people, that they know these problems and they should also work on it. I don't think that UGC or government agency will be able to tackle everything. सब कुछ तो नहीं दिया जा सकता इनको. अभी वैक्सीनेशन भी करवानी है, 50 करोड़ वैक्सीनेशन हो गई हैं, ओलंपिक्स में भी भेजना है, कई कुछ और भी कर रहे हैं हम लोग. तो इस चीज के लिए तो मुझे नहीं लगता एटलीस्ट.
Very true.
Yeah, yeah. But even if research guides and senior teachers are also into it,
हाँ,
they
अगर
just
वो
can't
अवेयर हो
help
जाएंगे,
it, yeah.
यस,
Then you cannot
जब
do
हमारी
anything.
पीएचडी रुकनी शुरू हो जाएंगी, जब हमारी पीएचडी रुकनी शुरू हो जाएंगी,
Yes,
नॉट फॉर
that
एवरी,
should be the action.
हमारी इंक्रीमेंट्स रुकनी शुरू हो जाएंगी, हमारी ग्रोथ रुकनी शुरू हो जाएगी, उस दिन हमें समझ आ जाएगा. अगर इस पर चलते गए तो. मैं आज एक जगह पढ़ रहा था, रिमूविंग ऑनेस्ट पीपल फ्रॉम योर वर्क एरिया at one day will lead you to only the dishonest people. तो अगर आप whistle blower को ही मार दोगे तो at the end of the day आपके पास सारे झूठे ही लोग बचेंगे. So it depends that how do you want to take it.
Yes, right.
Some universities do not take my workshop. वो कह रहे हैं कि हमारा whistle blower का काम हो जाएगा. So I don't go to those universities. I know a couple of universities, those who had an invitation with me, they heard me somewhere else. They said, "Let's cancel it." I knew that why they cancelled it. So the problem is that I'm not there to catch them. I'm there to aware the people that let's not do it now onwards. That is a concern.
That's
I
the
think if
serious
people are,
concern.
yeah, if people are publishing in predatory journals, it is a problem. But then if UGC list have some papers listed, and then researcher goes to a clone site and publishes a paper with unknowingly, that is actually a real glitch. That is
Yeah,
how
that's
researchers
a real
are going to suffer.
yes. That's a real glitch because they will not reach anywhere. At least in predatory, sometimes their name is in the database, so they can say कि चलिए मेरे नाम के आगे पेपर तो आ गया है Scopus में. But in cloned, they're gone. Their research is gone.
And if you are looking for a predatory journal and then you publish it, you are going to that some very small journal only because you have a poor kind of research. But if you go to a clone site when you want to publish it in a good publication actually, and you go to clone site, then it is really sad on researchers' part.
That is why this awareness is required, and we go more and more lectures, workshops, almost week, 2 3 days in a week. I am doing this, so that's the only thing we can do. I'm not saying that we will speak to UGC care, वो अपना कर रहे हैं जितना कर सकते हैं. Now it's our responsibility as a senior colleagues to our young research scholars and to our young faculties that we should tell them, and we should be approachable enough. I have my details. I'm putting them in the chat box. I am putting my email ID also in the chat box, so that as and when if there is any query, we can save them. I yesterday saved a person. He was about to pay 50,000 rupees to a person, a paper broker. I'll just show you a paper broking agency also. Just a second. I'm writing my email ID now. Okay. I'll share one more thing with you. One last thing. A paper broking agency. You need to be very, very careful with them. Do not do any conference and any publications with them. Here is it. So these kind of paper broking agencies are involved. They say that कि आपका conference में बहुत अच्छी जगह paper publish हो जाएगा. You pay them money, and at the end of the day, you are in a queue for journals, and then these queue for journals are being removed. So these kind of agencies, because not a good journal, कोई भी अच्छा journal कभी भी किसी के साथ कोई deal नहीं करेगा, किसी भी conference में नहीं आएगा, because most of the conference are now gimmick. पैसा कमाने का एक झूठा जरिया बन गई है. और इस तरीके की पेपर ब्रोकिंग एजेंसीज हैं जो इस चीज को फिर मिसयूज करती हैं. Right, ma'am. Anything from my side if I can?
Yes. Priti madam, any more questions, queries? I don't see any on YouTube. Gaganjot?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, any more questions? Gaganjot? Yeah, hello.
Right now, no, ma'am. No questions are there. Just one question. Sir का कोई एक है कि if the person has already got the PhD and got the increment by publishing in counterfeit journals, उनका क्या कर सकते हैं, sir?
वो letter है 2019 की. They can be de-recognized.
Can we get that letter, sir? Can we get that letter? It is there on UGC site. Is it there on UGC?
हाँ जी, मैं आपको लिंक भेज रहा हूँ. मैं आपको just second लिंक
Okay,
भेज रहा हूँ.
I'll share it with my participants also.
मैं आपको WhatsApp पे मीता मैम आपको WhatsApp पे लिंक भेज
Okay,
रहा हूँ.
okay. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Can be shared with the participants also. Yeah.
It's an important letter. I give it to everybody wherever I go. I have a habit of sharing the original document so that कोई ये ना कहे कि हम किसी के लिए गलत बोल रहे हैं. It's there. It's there. Yeah, एक second मेरे को मिल गया है. I'm putting this link in the chat box.
Yes.
Where is the chat box? There it is. It's in the chat box for everybody.
Yes, I got it. Yeah.
For everybody. कोई मैंने तो बनाया नहीं है ये कि मैं डरूं. यूजी ने दिया है और वहाँ आपके लिए है, सबके लिए.
Yes, yes.
So, Meeta ma'am, should we invite Gaganjot Kaur for vote of thanks, ma'am?
Yeah, if there are no more questions, yeah,
No,
we can.
no.
Yes.
Because
I'm
it's
also
already-
getting a bit tired, so मेरा भी थोड़ा सा stamina कम हो गया है.
Okay, yeah, because of that vaccine. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. So
अब थोड़ा
much.
सा असर आने लग गया उसका.
Okay, yeah.
मेरे को लग रहा
It's a
है.
time. Yes. Yeah. I think
Over to
Gaganjot.
you. Yes.
Yeah.
Over to you, Gaganjot.
Yeah.
Please go ahead with.
Thanks, ma'am. As rightly said by John E. Kennedy, as we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter the words, but to live by them. With this, sir, on behalf of Research Cell and IQAC team of Guru Nanak Khalsa College and our management, we would like to thank our speaker, Dr. Sumit Narula, for giving us time for the webinar and enlightening us with his experience and knowledge. Today, sir has given a deep insight of predators, cloned, fake journals, and also give us some interesting facts on how you can tap them and save the many researchers of being prey to these kinds of journals. Sir, I also like to thank that you're creating so many awareness campaigns on this. Sir, this would definitely help researchers, young researchers, students, and even teachers for publishing in these kinds of fake journals. Thank you once again from behalf of management and Guru Nanak Khalsa College for sparing a valuable time to us. Thanks, sir. Thanks.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for patiently
Thank
listening.
you and take care.
Thank you very much, sir.
We have discussed more, but obviously due to some problem at my side.
Yes.
We'll surely follow you.
Thank you,
Very
sir.
informative and
I think
eye-opening
that
session.
adjunct faculty now with you.
Thank
So
you.
as and when you have any problem related to any research query, my mobile number and my email is there with you. I will be ready to help you out.
Okay.
Meeta ma'am,
Meeta ma'am, if
Just a
everybody switch
second.
on their camera, I can
Yes.
just have a photo.
One
Switch on the
snapshot.
camera, we can
One
have
snapshot.
one
Yeah.
shot.
Yes. Okay. Let's have the.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Please come in, all of you.
Yeah, we can submit this to Rusa also. Yes.
Yeah, we need to submit.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Please unmute your videos, all of you.
Aparna madam, yes, Ajgaonkar sir, Ratna ma'am.
Yes, done it. It will take a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will take
Yeah.
a while for the camera to be on.
Sukhjit madam, Ratna madam, yeah. Ajgaonkar sir.
Ma'am, we have to share the feedback link in the YouTube.
Yes. Yes, it has to be posted. Can you, one of you can post it?
Okay.
I'm just posting it, ma'am.
Thank you.
Please share the feedback, ma'am. Any point of improvement, I would also like to see
Yeah,
that.
sure. We have this. Yeah, we will be sending you. Yeah. The feedback analysis will be sending you soon.
Yes. Right.
So anybody's taking that? Priti, did you take the screenshot?
Yes, ma'am. Taken already.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Dr.
you.
Smith.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very
Thank
much.
When you have my
Thank you
number,
very much, sir.
if
Yes,
you
sir.
really want to know about
Yes.
more about that.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, bye.
Thank you. Yeah. Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
We can sign off. Yeah. Recording. Ashish, can you stop the recording?